what do you do if your blade plug, your lightsaber blade plug, gets stuck in your hilt? Now, I've had this problem occasionally. It's a little frustrating. So you've installed your blade plug. It looks great, but maybe you're ready to put the blade back in. So what you would typically do is just unscrew the blade retention screw, and then it should just slide right out, right? Well, this one is stuck. It's kind of, kind of sucks. I'll even just take the screw all the way out to prove it's not holding it in at all, right? So I've had this happen a few times, and what I have done is first you take off the pommel and then kind of put the battery pack to the side. And this part, you guys, this is a little delicate, so you have to be very careful. Now, this is a stunt saber, so it doesn't have, all the sound stuff in there, but it still does have a lot of wiring. And you definitely don't want to agitate the wiring. But the method I came up with is to take a plastic thing, definitely not metal. You don't want to put any metal in there with the wires. So I have a plastic utensil here, plastic knife, and I'm putting the dull end in first. Ideally, actually I wouldn't have this serrated edge at all, but anyway. So I'm putting the dull edge into the hilt, and what I'm going to try to do is, at the far end is the LED module. So what I'll do is I'll try to avoid hitting any of the internal wiring, avoid that as much as possible. And then once I hit the end, that's where the LED module is, and I will just gently, very gently, push on that, and there it is. It should just pop the blade plug right out. Now, I can't emphasize enough how gently you must do this, and be very careful to avoid all of the wires. This is a very delicate thing to take care of. Hopefully you never get a stuck blade plug, but it might happen. And at least in my experience, actually it's only happened with the standard blade plug by Ultra Sabers, which this is my favorite blade plug, just the design. I love kind of the circle of light. Here, I'll just get it stuck in one more time. I love the circle of light on the edge of it. I think it's very basic and elegant, but yeah, it's the only one I've had this problem of the blade plugs getting stuck in the hilts occasionally. So let me know if that's happened to you. Let me know if you have any other recommendations for removing a stuck blade plug. I'd love to hear it. And if you are going to use this method, final warning, be careful, because it's possible that you could damage the innards of your precious lightsaber. So anyway, be very careful and do it at your own risk, but this has worked for me to remove the blade plug.